Наш брифинг из
Good afternoon. We start our briefing with the information from the zone of the anti-terrorist operations. Deputy Head of the Information and Analytical Center of the Council for National Defense and Security, Volodymyr Polyoviy. Good afternoon. Today, the day of parliamentary election, the units of the forces of the anti-terrorist operation are carrying out their service in a reinforced regime, and the main aim is to prevent the subversion and terrorist act and to provide for the security of democratic elections. Where Ukrainian units are located, the military are voting in several sheets in order to provide for the continuity of carrying out their service. In general, over 10,000 military have to vote. As of 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., according to the Donetsk State Regional Administration, on the territory of the region, 1,047 polling stations out of 1,097 have opened, which means 96% of the general amount. The voting is going on in a calm atmosphere. The President of Ukraine is at the moment in the zone of the anti-terrorist operation. He inspected the second line of fortifications, after which he visited the city of Kramatorsk, where he met the military and watched how people are voting. In Luhansk region, the situation is under control, where the organization of elections is controlled. 420 polling stations have opened in time. Some polling stations have not opened because there was no quorum. The local authorities do everything possible so that during the day the polling stations work and people can vote. No excesses there. Over the last 24 hours, the activity of terrorists in the zone of anti-terrorist operation compared to Friday has fallen down. The Ukrainian military have no losses. 3 military were wounded. The amount, the number and intensity of shellings has fallen down as well. Over the last 24 hours, 18 acts of shelling or firing were observed. 1/3 of them was in the vicinity of Nikishine, Shakhtarsk district, Donetsk region. Mostly this was firing from small firearms. Donetsk airport was shelled from mortars. The situation at the 32nd road checkpoint in the vicinity of Smyle is under the control of Ukrainian military. There is a calm atmosphere in Mariupol. The voting is going on under the reinforced guards. Our units do observe the arrival from Russian Federation of machinery and personnel to the territories not controlled by Ukrainian authority. Over the last 24 hours, 6 cases of using drones were observed. They were noted next to the village of Sartana over the Mariupol port, and also in Kherson region at the Chervony Chaban unit of bodyguards. No combat clashes on the border outside the boundaries of the anti-terrorist operation. Yesterday, the bodyguards, together with a unit of armed forces of Ukraine, detected hiding places of the subversive group of militants where they were preparing to conduct terrorist acts. Also, there were 2 landmines and 2 grenades found. The National Guards and armed forces are continuing their training and combat adjustment of units. Yesterday, the week-long planned training of grenade launchers and snipers of the National Guards have ended. They trained intensively and they improved their skills as concerns the good choice and equipment of positions for firing. Over the 25th of October, pyrotechnical units of the State Service for Emergency Situations have detected and confiscated 79 units of munitions, and they have checked territory with an aggregate square surface of 4.1 hectares and 2 administrative buildings. So starting from the 6th of July, the general amount of munitions detected and confiscated by the pyrotechnical units is 25,409, and the general territory is that has been checked amounts to 1,459.9 hectares and 37.5 hectares of water space. Thank you very much. If there are no questions. No questions. Oh, there are questions. As far as checkpoint 32 is concerned, you said that it is still under control of our fighters, but did they receive any food? Because they, as far as I remember, are without water for almost 2 days now, and everybody says it's impossible to get to them, and the roads are blocked, and they are entirely surrounded. As far as the situation there is concerned, it is a complicated situation, and it's been there since the 7th of September, when in the vicinity of this road checkpoint, using the regime of ceasefire, the Russian mercenaries and terrorists have dug their positions at the distance of 200 meters from our military. Since then, there are continuous provocations, the aim of which is to push out our military from those positions, and these attempts have become frequenter and stronger on the eve of elections. And they use the fact that while we were preparing and conducting the elections, any provocation could lead to very harsh results. At the moment, this point is under the control of Ukrainian armed forces, and our headquarters know everything about it, and we are preparing the operation to unblock this road checkpoint. At the moment, they have enough food and water to wait until the help arrives. Are there any data about losses at this road checkpoint? There were no combat clashes around this road checkpoint over the last 24 hours, so there are no losses. And there are no losses in the zone of the anti-terrorist operation in general. Thank you. If there are no questions, we are finishing, and the next briefing is going to happen today at 5 p.m. Thank you.